Hi there, fragrance family. My name is Tracy. This is the 3-Wick Thesis candle channel, and today I have for you an episode of my lit review series on Goose Creek's collection called Tropical Escape. There are 5 candles in this collection. None of these are new fragrances to Goose Creek fans and customers, but 4 of them are new to me, so I'm going to share with you my first cold sniff impression, show you the labels, the wax, the lids, the wicks, talk about the burn quality and how they evolve on warm, show you some footage of them lit. I love the way these labels look, y'all. They just feel a little bit Miami Vice, they feel literal, they feel just fun and summery. These are out of the box, but I haven't sniffed them, although Pink Beach I have sniffed before because I bought this in the wax melt and I absolutely love it. Let's focus though for a second on this jar. Look at how pretty this is. I love pink, blue, and purple together, so this candle has just got my heart. It's got like this ripple water effect, gets darker on the back side, and then you get the splash of pink light with the pink florals, black lid, which looks very modern and chic, pink wax, and then these are thin, stiff, ropey wicks. And Pink Beach has scent notes of pink berries, island blossoms, and sea spray. And this is a dupe for Yankees Pink Sands. And they smell very, very similar. If you like Pink Sands, you will like this candle. Honestly, I struggle to distinguish between the two. I don't know if I could tell the difference if you put one in front of my nose and then the other. Now with the wax melt, it was a beast, so I am very curious to see what this will smell like on warm. This is a nice, what I would call like creamy floral. It's floral without being too offensive. It is very well balanced with the berry note that's in here, so you get this kind of like hint of feminine fruitiness, this creamy richness that comes from the island blossom that's in here, and then you just get this hint of like freshness coming from the sea spray aquatic note. I think it's really well balanced. I don't often like perfumey candles, but this one does not read too perfumey to me. However, just know this is definitely a feminine, perfumey, beachy candle. So if you don't like perfume notes, you might not like this one, but again, for me, I don't find it offensive. Yeah, and I love Pink Sands, so if you like Pink Sands, this is a no-brainer. You definitely want to pick that up. Now, these other 4 are new to me. I'm going to go next with the one that I don't know that I'm going to like. And I'm already noticing that the jar lid is wonky. Yeah, didn't get sealed properly. So there's some seal issue up there. Right up here, you can see it looks like it glued itself to the edge. So my lid is not closing properly. But this is the Coconut Beachwood. Now, I'm not often a beechwood fan, but I wanted to give it a try, trying to branch out. You've got the coconuts on here with some palm leaves. Again, it fades to a darker color on the back and then comes back to the brightness on the front. Same black lid, and this one has kind of a beautiful green, almost a seafoam green wax with thin, stiff, ropey wicks. And this is coconut shells, island teakwood, and vanilla sandalwood. I do not like teakwood, but I'm hoping I still like this one. Yeah, actually it's not that bad. I get almost entirely coconut on this. Coconut and that vanilla sandalwood is really nice. So it's warm and soft. I get mostly like just this warm, creamy sandalwood with a hint of vanilla. The coconut does feel very like raw, fresh coconut. It doesn't feel like it's sweetened at all or like it's got any sort of like milk element to it. It just feels like you took a coconut off the tree and cracked it open. And I actually don't get much of the teakwood in this at all, which for me is good. We'll see how that changes when it's warm. Now I'm looking on the back here. I think that's just a defect in the wax, but that almost looks cracked right here. I don't feel a crack though. It just looks like maybe the wax split at the bottom of the jar. I'm going to keep an eye on that though. It doesn't look like it's cracked. I don't see any issues on the top part. So, quality issue on this one, obviously, between the lid and the bottom. Mango Sunshine is another one in this collection. So you've got the mangoes on the front, beautiful yellow-orange background with the leaves. Beautiful palms, black lid, orange wax, thin stiff ropey wicks. Scent notes on Mango Sunshine are sweet mango, pink lemonade, and sparkling sugar. What am I smelling? Okay, it must be the lemonade note. It almost reads like papaya. It's like got a brightness to it that reads more like a papaya, like a tropical fruit blend, but I think it's the lemonade that's in here. So for me, this is pink lemonade first. I was expecting mango first, but I get that brightness from the citrus, and then there is an element of super sweet mango, but it's definitely an undercurrent. It does not feel like the main event. It is sweet, but to me, it is tart first. And it reads almost a little bit like a citric acid tart. It's okay. I was expecting more sweetness. We'll see how that warms up. Mango Sunshine. Dragonfruit Splash is the next one I'm pulling out of the crate. So you've got the dragon fruit. Again, you've got some palm leaves, beautiful pink and kind of a purple blue hue. It's literally splashing into some water. Black lid, pink wax, thin stiff ropey wicks. And this one is pink dragon fruit, mango nectar, juicy pineapple, and island splash. And I was curious how this might compare to Bath & Body Works Dragon Fruit Iced Tea Candle. I like this one better, at least on cold. This is really pretty. So the dragon fruit in here, it definitely has that kind of bright sour element to it, but the sweetness on this one of the mango is just beautiful. It's helping to balance some of those brighter, sharper notes. I feel like the pineapple isn't by the way of urine. It's not the focus by any means. And I think it's just helping to amplify the dragon fruit note that's in here. I don't know what island splash is. There's definitely an aquatic note in here, but it's not like cologne-y aquatic. It's fresh aquatic. Yeah, I don't think that's bergamot, but there's something in here that's very watery and fresh. I like that vibe. This feels a little bit body care on cold. Don't know that it's fully edible. Can't wait to burn this. This is so much better than the iced dragon fruit tea in my opinion on cold. Iced dragon fruit tea is very sour to me, and this is just perfect balance of like sweet and sour together. The last one in this collection is the Tropical Daydream. I really like this label too, with the blues and then the bright yellows from the pineapple. Again, you've got more palm leaves there. Same black lid as the rest of the collection. Love the blue wax on this one. And thin, stiff, ropey wicks. Scent notes on this are island pineapple, sweet guava, and tropical palm leaves. This smells familiar. It's really nice. I'm not always a fan of pineapple fragrances. What I like about this one is I do feel like the pineapple is first and foremost and it's present, but it's not too juicy and it's not too bright, sharp. It's not urine-y pineapple. It almost smells like a dried pineapple, like it's muted and concentrated at the same time. Yeah, I get mostly pineapple out of this. I don't get much guava at all. And if it's there, I feel like it's just complementing the pineapple so nicely. I was expecting more of a sour brightness from the guava as well, which I'm not picking up on. And the tropical palm leaves feels like very much in the background, and it just feels like it's contributing some freshness. I feel like I'm getting a hint of coconut in this too, but that might just be because I'm smelling pineapple and this feels beachy and my brain is telling me there's coconut in here. So I like this one on cold. I think I'll enjoy it on warm as well. So if I had to rank these, wow, I really like that Coconut Beachwood way more than I was expecting, y'all. I think yeah, okay, I have the ranking. So 5th place, these are all good. I don't have really any complaints about any of these candles, but in 5th I would do Mango Sunshine. I just am still surprised by how tart this is. I wanted it to be sweeter. 4, I would do Tropical Daydream. Again, not always a fan of pineapple, but I think this one is well done. It just doesn't compete with the other ones. Dragonfruit Splash is 3rd, and that might just be because I'm pleasantly surprised at how much better this is than the Bath & Body Works Dragonfruit Iced Tea. Same with number 2, Coconut Beachwood. Cannot believe I'm saying that I like a candle with teak wood on cold, but I do. So glad that I didn't pass on this one. I almost did, and then I was like, no, just try it. And then number 1 is Pink Beach. I'm biased though, because I know what this smells like on warm. I really like it. So on cold, I'm putting it as number 1. I'm going to go fire these up. I'm actually really excited to try some of these on warm, and I'm going to take notes for you and some footage. I'll be back after the cut. Okay, y'all. I'm just going to give up on the ranking of these. I know which one is last. That one I know for sure. But the other 4, I have been sitting here for what feels like about 10 minutes, shuffling, reordering, weighing my decision. And I'm finally, I think I'm okay, but really the top 4 are all stellar and honestly deserve first place for different reasons. So just keep that in mind. The other thing to keep in mind is that I'm going to share with you stuff on Strength and Throw. If you're new here, I test all my candles in the same room. It's my laboratory. It is a converted single car garage with no windows. The door is sealed off. No air circulation. So keep in mind when I'm talking about Strength and Throw, that's the space I'm testing in. So it doesn't really speak to things like the effect of fans, open windows, air conditioners, all that kind of stuff. Or humidity. It's dry on the West Coast where I am. So number 5. Didn't even have to think about this one. No big surprise, y'all. Mango Sunshine. It was so cute. I asked my husband to do a blind sniff on these without knowing the scent notes. He is so smart. I was like, what do you think this is going to be? He goes, citrus. I'm like, what? How would you think citrus from this label? It says mango and there are mangoes on it. And he's like, because it says sunshine. He's like, I assume it's going to be bright. And for it to be bright, it has to have citrus. I'm like, that man. What a smarty pants. So he's right. You know, there's the citrus note in here. And honestly, that's what this candle is to me. It says pink lemonade, but this smells like, it reminds me of the Care Bears one from Goose Creek. It also feels a little bit like the rainbow sherbet candle from Goose Creek. It is very much just, to me, what feels like a blend of citrus, and it's very tart and kind of like citric acid bright. That mango doesn't come through enough for me to really like this. It does come through more on warm than it does on cold, but still not enough for me to really favor this one. I am more of a sweet girly. He's more of a bright dude, so he liked this one a lot. This one was not necessarily for me. I will say, when lit, this one had both good strength and good throw. It was strong. It filled the room. It also lingered for what felt like hours. Not quite Mr. Krabs lingered, but pretty close. And he woke up the next day and was like, what smells good downstairs? That pink beach is delicious. And I'm like, oh, well, I haven't burnt the pink beach yet. You must be smelling what I burned last time. And that was this one, the Mango Sunshine. So really lingers. If you like citrus, you would love this one. If you want just a hint of mango sweetness with your citrus, pick this up. But for me, I'm done. He'll enjoy it. I don't think I'll rebuy it just because I don't like it enough. And usually, if I don't like the citrus enough, we don't get it because he's got so much other citrus stuff that he really does like that we don't need to do ones I don't like. This is where things get dicey. I just went ahead and put Dragonfruit Splash in 4th. However, y'all, this is absolutely a phenomenal candle. I gotta tell you, far exceeds Bath & Body Works Dragonfruit Iced Tea. They have that out in a fall label right now, which I do not understand. It doesn't feel like a fall candle to me. It doesn't even feel like a good transition candle. So I don't know what they're thinking. Anyway, I'm talking about Goose Creek. This one is divine. Okay, you get the tanginess from the dragon fruit. I feel like it is also sweet from the mango. It's pretty well balanced. I really just feel like, and I wrote my notes, it's a juicy, fruity candle. There is nothing, I don't feel like it's trying to be anything that it isn't. It's not trying to be over the top with complex scent notes. It's just a beautiful tropical fruit vibe that is pleasant. It has what I would consider to be medium strength. It was strong, but it didn't really fill the space. So good throw, medium strength. And honestly, you know, I wanted to rank it higher, but then I feel like I'm just ranking it higher because I'm shocked at how much better it is than the Bath & Body Works one, not comparing it to the other 3 that I have in the collection. So I did put this in 4th place, but absolutely stellar if you're looking for a good dragon fruit candle that doesn't have whatever's happening in Bath & Body Works. Pick that one up. If you like the Bath & Body Works one, I'd say still pick that one up, but don't expect it to be even remotely similar. This one I also struggled with putting in 3rd because I really like this candle, the Pink Beach. I love Yankees Pink Sands, but honestly, the other 2 were such like shockers for me that I actually enjoyed them, that I had to put them further up on the list. So Pink Beach is, in the candle form, not as strong as I think the melts are. The melts performed better for me in terms of strength. This is kind of medium to me. It had good throw, it filled the room, but I was expecting it to be a real powerhouse. 1, because the melts were, and 2, because Yankees version is, which I'm surprised at this one. I feel like it just barely keeps up with the Yankee one. I feel like this is a really nice, creamy floral. It feels like body care. It does read perfumey. I had actually brought home Pink Sands to my parents' house. My stepdad didn't want to burn it because he said it was too perfumey and too floral. So just something to keep in mind. If you're sensitive to perfume notes, you might not like this one. I do okay with it because the creamy element that's in here, which I don't even know where that comes from. There's nothing in here that implies there would be a creamy note, but it just feels like a really pleasant tropical floral body lotion to me. So if you like the idea of that, I would say get Pink Beach. If you like Pink Sands from Yankee, get Pink Beach. This is cheaper and it's comparable. I think you would be pleased. But if you want something with more strength, I would go with the wax melts in that. Number 2, which I'm like, am I feeling okay? Right? Like, the number 2 and number 1. But y'all, I don't know. I gotta go with what I feel, is Tropical Daydream. That pineapple note in this, y'all, is heavenly. The pineapple note that is in this is the closest pineapple fragrance that I have gotten to smelling like a Dole Whip from Disneyland. I know that there are multiple pineapple candles, the SpongeBob one, the Honolulu ice cream one, that I've seen where people on the subreddit or people in the reviews on the Goose Creek website have said this smells just like a Dole Whip. I don't agree with either of those claims. I don't think either of those candles smell like Dole Whip. I think this one smells like Dole Whip. There's not a creamy note in this. There is nothing that is milky or like lactonic that would make you think this is ice cream. But for me, Dole Whip is pineapple first, and you really just get hit with this like tart, almost powdery dry pineapple fragrance when you're eating a Dole Whip. And that's the fragrance I get from this candle when it's lit. So if you like Dole Whips from Disneyland, I think you would like this particular candle. Again, keeping in mind, there is not a creamy note in here. The palm note that's in here is just a very subtle hint of floral. Overall, I feel like this candle feels very simple. I think I was expecting more complexity with the guava, the pineapple, and the palm. I don't really smell the guava at all. The pineapple is most forward, and that floral from the palm is just very, very subtle. So it's very simple, but it's pleasant. It had good throw. It was able to get across the garage into the stairwell over here. Medium strength, it's strong but not overpowering. And y'all, the wax on this is just absolutely gorgeous when burning. I love the label too, so I bumped it up for aesthetic as well. I really like this candle. I was shocked I liked the candle that much. And same with this one. I cannot believe that a candle that has teakwood in it is number 1 on my list, but here we are. And that's because the teakwood in this is not a cologne fragrance. And I think I'm figuring out that Goose Creek does teakwood and mahogany and any of the other beechwood, birchwood, white birch, beechwood, all those ones that often tend to lean cologne-y at Bath & Body Works. I'm finding there's more diversity in how Goose Creek does those scent notes, and the teakwood in here is actually really nice. I also love the wax color on this. I hope it doesn't have burn quality issues. Sometimes colored wax can be problematic. It'll get really sooty or do swamp wick, so we'll see. But I love the wax color. This fragrance is strong where the candle is, so I feel like it's got strength, but it struggled a bit in terms of throw. And the throw felt a little bit elusive. So when I would come downstairs, I'd be able to smell it. When I was near it, I could smell it. But if I was kind of moving through the room, I couldn't get like an idea of its presence. So it's specific to where it is and or far away. And you just get this beautiful, warm coconut vibe from it. That teak wood adds just a little hint, like an edge to it that helps to make that coconut less sweet, less cloying. It does read a little bit masculine, but it does not go full cologne. So if you are looking for an entry-level teak wood and you want to kind of dip your toes into more masculine, woody notes, give this one a try. I don't normally love coconut candles. They've got to have like sandalwood or Palo Santo in them. This is in that same wheelhouse for me. I love how it smells. It feels very comforting and warm, similar to like a Palo Santo coconut or like a sandalwood coconut. So give this one a try if you're open to it. And if you like teakwood, I don't know if I would recommend this one because it's not cologne-y. So just something to keep in mind, but I adore it. I am so happy to have this candle. I have coconut candles going right now. I'm about ready to tell the hubs, you don't touch this one. I want this one when I get back into town because it is absolutely beautiful. All right, y'all, I hope that my lit review has given you some insight into this small collection. These are mostly ones that other people have already picked up. This has been out for a while, so I know that I'm a little late to the game getting this to you. I hope it's still helpful. If it is, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. If you feel inclined, super thanks are always welcomed, but never required. I will continue to create content whether I receive those or not. And if you enjoy reviews, especially by Goose Creek, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave, because I do Goose Creek reviews pretty much with every collection that launches, and I have some good ones on the horizon. I have their Smurfs collection coming up. I have the new one that just came out with the banana pudding and the everything bagel, and yes, I say bagel funny, whatever, it's a regional thing. And then it has the lavender cookie and blueberry donut in it. So I have some good stuff coming down the line from Goose Creek. I can't wait to share that with you, and I hope you will be here to enjoy it. If you have any questions about this collection, put them in the comments below. If you have anything you want to add, I love that too. I love to see y'all communicate with one another and us learning together as a community. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.